This is the plaintiff, Leslie Hargrove. She says she hired the defendant's moving guys to move her, and the men she sent were drunk and clumsy. They bum-rushed her house, broke things, tossed her things around like they didn't care. She was so upset by the whole ordeal, seeing her personal belongings get trashed, that she almost had a nervous breakdown. She even had to call the cops because they stole her keys, sneakers, and her kids' juice boxes. She's suing for $5,000 for all her ruined belongings. This is the defendant, Mary Ann Gonzalez. She says the plaintiff became abusive to her moving men when they arrived at her new place, and she even assaulted one of them by pushing him down a flight of stairs. This guy was so shaken up he came to her in tears because he didn't know what to do, and he quit on her that day. Bottom line, the plaintiff signed their agreement stating the move was completed and everything arrived in good condition, and is now suing because she's a scammer. She's accused of muffing up a move.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says the movers were drunk and stole stuff to boot. But the defendant says the plaintiff's a crazy woman and even pushed one mover down a flight of stairs. It's the case of all the wrong moves.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Leslie Hargrove?
Yes.
You are suing Mary. You can sit. You don't need to stand.
Thank you.
You are suing Mary Ann Gonzalez. You're the owner of the moving company. You've asked us not to mention the name of the moving company.
Yes.
For $5,000, according to your out, actually $7,000 in damages that occurred during the course of your move.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What happened?
I found them in a penny saver. I was moving to another location, into an apartment. And when they came, I had my car to move. So that's why I had told her to give me a little time to move the car 15 minutes away from where I was living at. When they came, it was just...
When you say move your car, what do you mean?
AAA to come move my car.
Oh, you had to tow it?
Tow it.
Why'd you have to tow it?
Because it was broke down at the time, so I had to tow it away.
Okay.
So I let Maria notice in the beginning.
Okay.
So I went there. They said, go ahead, because it was only 15 minutes away. Go ahead, and we'll put the stuff in that was already packed up in the garage. So I got back, and half of the stuff out of the garage is packed in.
Into the truck.
Into the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, when they first came, they just like bum rushed me. So I was there by myself. So
Bum rush you. It looked like you were leaving things to the last minute. If you had a car to tow, and that's why you weren't there for your move.
I understand what you're saying, but the way they came in, busting up my stuff, breaking up.
I'm sorry. What do you mean they busted up your stuff?
The chassis. It's a long couch that you go lay on.
Uh-huh.
I brought video. It broke it right in front of me. It popped. It just went boom, and I told them, I said, you're breaking up my stuff. And after that,
I'm sorry, they broke your Chase lounge in front of you?
Yeah, right in front of me. Okay,
and when you say you took video, did you take video after they left, or you took video when it happened?
No, after.
Okay, so go on.
So after that, I called Maria to complain about what was going on with the move, because I'm upset. What they did,
What else did they do that made you call Maria?
They broke the custom-made blind. He broke was breaking the pins, pulling them out, just snatching them all out.
All right, you saw that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Did you take pictures or video of that while it was happening?
No, because it's still in the process of moving out.
Okay. So what else did you see happen that you're suing for?
Then when I got to the place, they're throwing my stuff all over the property.
What do you mean by throwing?
Just throwing it, literally throwing it and breaking it. I brought
boxes, furniture?
No, furniture.
Why would they do that? Because this is their business. They
just out of pure jealousy and envy. It was hate.
Jealousy and envy and
hate. That's right.
I
had beautiful stuff, gorgeous stuff, and they just was sabotaging, breaking everything out there, right in front of everybody. And do
you have any witnesses? It was right in front of everybody?
Yeah, I did, but she didn't come today. She said she had a doctor appointment.
Is it possible the person you were speaking to was not Maria, but Mary Ann?
No, it was, because she showed up.
Can you hold on?
Okay.
Was not Maria, but Mary Ann?
Mary Ann.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Mary Ann, you showed up that day?
Yes, I did. I was
okay,
there.
well, what made you show up?
I kept getting phone calls from the foreman that was on the job. She left when they got there, something about the car. When you're hired to do a move from Department of Social Service, you're only allowed, you have to submit an inventory, which I have.
Well, what does social service have to do with a move that you have on a private matter?
It's not a private matter. She didn't even get us out of the penny saver. Department of Social Services, which I have the paperwork I can show you, they give it to the clients. You have to be on a vendors list. We're one of their vendors. You have to put in a bid.
Who was paying you?
Department of Social Service.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
Then why are you saying that you got her from the penny saver?
I got her from the penny saver. You got to get 3 estimates. They fraud. They work out of a house.
Yeah, but not everybody's gonna accept payment from the Department of Social Service.
I know they did. They the one did the
I
estimate.
know, but there's a vendors list for that. You have to.
I didn't have no vendors.
Okay, so go ahead.
Department of Social Service gives the okay. You can take this. They say they'll pay you set amount, so many hours. They don't pay for any packing. Everything must be packed in a box ready to move. When they opened the garage, there was stuff scattered.
Right, then you
all
just leave it
over.
alone. You just don't move that.
That's what we did. They had called the office. I said, absolutely not. I said, it's not on the list. It's going to take longer. We're not going to get paid for it. I called Department of Social Service because now the truck is at her new house. She's not at the new house. I've got all these men standing there almost 2 hours. She's still nowhere to be found. And I kept calling DSS. I said, listen.
Did you have her number?
Oh, yeah, she didn't answer.
All right, so finally she arrives, and what happened?
She got there with some lady. I don't know if it was old landlord, a friend. I have no idea. They get out of the car with bags and bags. It looks like they went shopping. Okay, literally went shopping. And you've got the movers sitting there. I'm telling her to sign, to sign the paperwork.
That's what happens when you're not paying for the movers.
Yeah.
If you're paying for the movers, you don't go shopping. When was the first time that you hear from her that stuff is broken and damaged and
I never
missing?
did until I heard from the court.
Okay, according to you, what do you say was damaged? And do you had video of it you want me to see?
Yes, Your Honor.
May I see it, please?
Your Honor.
Yep.
If she wasn't ready, because the apartment that she moved into was much smaller than where she was living, nothing fit. This is what the problem was. So now the guys are trying to bring things in and put it so that she's not going to have to move it around later and try to figure out, do you want to put the bed here? Do you want to put this here? No, I don't want it there. No, push it over here. No, bring it back down. No, move it back up. No, it doesn't fit there. She's pushing pieces out the door while they're trying to push pieces, in the door. I'm like, wait a minute. Mind you, keep in mind, it was a long flight of stairs. You got to be careful going up and down. She's screaming and hollering, no, because there's no room, and going to push them with the piece.
Going to push them or pushing them?
No, literally, physically, put her hands on the fella and pushed him. The other one that was on the bottom grabbed the bottom of the stairs with the piece of furniture, landed on him. He's sitting on the step. He was in tears. You're talking a full-grown man. I said, listen, come with me. I'm going to take you back to the office. Let them finish, okay? I left the paperwork with the foreman. I said, make sure everything is signed. Make sure you bring everything in.
You weren't the one who got the paper signed?
No, not at all. When it was all done, he had her sign. No exceptions noted. Nothing was broken. I called with the kid in my office, the man in my office. I called Department of Social Service.
You're referring to the person who was on the bottom of the furniture?
Right,
okay.
With him in my office. And she says, please tell him to call the police. I said, honey, please call the police. He goes, I don't want to have no problems. Then I have to go to court. I'm really afraid. I don't know if that lady will come after me. She's crazy. I said, don't worry about it. I'll take you to the precinct.
You got to go to a gentler profession.
Yeah, it really was. I've been doing this over 25 years, and I've never, ever had a problem.
Do you have that video you want me to see?
Mm-hmm. And I did sign a piece of paper with the broken damage when he cracked, the young man cracked my grandkid's picture frame that I had made, and he crazy glued it in front of me. Her husband, that's what he said. I don't know their name. This, if they didn't damage, he took this and cracked it right in front of me and crazy glued it.
Okay, why would he crazy glue it to fix it if he cracked it in front of you?
No, he didn't do it. The other guy do it, and I wonder why he had the crazy glue. The other guy is a young man, African-American man up there, a young man, and he was breaking my stuff right in front of me.
Just in front of me, just going around breaking
Yeah.
stuff, just picking it up and breaking it.
And the guy took it and crazy glued it.
Your Honor.
That's how crazy it was going.
Okay, can I please see the video?
It sounds bizarre to me too. I couldn't believe, but I'm by myself and I'm a woman.
Yeah, but it's a lot of it sounds bizarre. The idea that you would sign something saying everything's
I
fine
didn't.
when you no, just hold on a second. You're a grown woman, all right? You know how to go to court, file a claim before you even file an insurance claim, all right? You know you have a social services worker at your disposal. You're not some damsel in distress, okay? And yet you sign saying everything's fine.
This is at my neighbor's house where I used to live at on the same block. But this is...
What is this a video of? This is...
That's my washer and dryer. Been outside ever since October. That's where it was stored at.
I'm sorry, it was stored where?
My neighbor took it. There was no room in his house. And that's where it's been sitting ever since.
Okay. Do you have the original list that says what you were going to move? Is the
Yeah.
washer dryer on it?
Yeah, we moved the washer and dryer for her. It was moved.
Okay. Can you get this working again so I can see the other videos you want me to see?
We was arguing upstairs about my key he took.
Just get the videos working, please.
Yes.
Your key he took.
Yeah, he took my key. That's how petty that he took my car key. Right off in front of me. And I'm talking to the guy and he kept cursing me out.
Okay, I'm having a difficulty believing that you are standing there watching a guy steal your, according to you, just a moment, your BMW key, right?
Yes.
Okay, that he's stealing your BMW key in front of you and you're just like, oh, please, sir.
No,
please,
he
kind sir,
took
sir."
it. And the guy was blocking me.
What did he take it for?
So you buying her story that they broke her stuff intentionally because they were jealous she had nice stuff?
No.
You're laughing.
Well, I don't think that would happen, no.
And a mover would do that? They would walk in?
I don't think they care.
What do you say?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they broke it.
I mean, is it possible that movers would do business and say, oh, that's a nice house, I'm going crazy in that house?
No, that doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense at all, going inside the courtroom.
And I'm telling the guy, can you get my key from him, the other guy?
Why would you allow him to take the key?
I didn't allow him. I was being blocked. The other guy was talking to me. It was 3 guys, 4
You're
guys.
suing, one of the things you're suing for is how much for that key?
Yeah, I brung it.
How much?
It was $187.
Right, because according to you, they stole your key right in front of you, just like they're breaking stuff and throwing things right in front of you. And
I was telling him, and they was like, listen, he kept cursing and acting like he had mental problems, going back and forth.
give me the contract.
And I
that
was
she
just
signed.
trying to get my stuff moved out from
Okay, I need you to get the video back up, and I need
Okay.
you to show me pictures. And do you have a list of the things that you say were damaged?
Yeah. I did the best.
Okay. So come right here. Let me see the list. Okay. How was your Panasonic TV damaged?
It was water blue. Didn't work no more. I had blue. Water
Okay, do you have any evidence from a professional that there's water damage to the TV?
No.
So how do you know what happened to it?
Because you plug it up and don't work.
Okay, and how do you know it was their fault?
Because it was in the rain. It was left out in the rain.
When was it left out in the rain?
It was left out in the rain when they moved it on the 21st or the 22nd.
You mean when they were
October.
out there, according to them, waiting 2 hours for you?
No, it didn't rain till like later that evening. All the stuff was outside still.
I'm sorry, did they leave with all the stuff outside?
Some upstairs and some down outside.
Why did they leave?
They just left.
Okay, but my question is, why did you sign then something if they left the stuff out?
They said they wasn't going to move it unless I signed it.
Okay, but then you signed it and then they also didn't move it?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any picture of the TV outside at any point?
No.
Show me that video again. Why is there a washer dryer in the prior premises? How did she magically get it back over there, and why if it's
It
already
may
in the
not
new
be the
premises?
same washer and dryer, I couldn't tell you, but they had a washer and dryer on that truck. I don't know, it's a possibility. I have
Did you
two
bring me
washers-
anybody who was involved in the actual move?
No.
All right.
Here it goes. Go fast. That's the washer and dryer. Okay. Well, as you see, Miss Judge Million, my friend, Mr. Ivan, is the one that moved it, and it's in front of his house, and he's been storing it.
Go ahead and go back to your spot there. Go ahead.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, she's saying things got wet. Here's a print of the weather that day. It never rained. It's completely dry. I don't know how her stuff got wet.
All right, trash.
I thought that was kind of important.
No, it wasn't dry. when it's left out overnight.
I'm having some real difficulty with that. Okay, all right, I'm ready to roll.
Okay.
You have numerous problems. The first of which is proof problems, okay? Because I need to see...
I brought some from
no,
Bob's, too.
Stop talking and listen now. That's the first of which. The second of which is a procedural problem, okay? When people sign a contract, you're bound by what the contract says. And I realize that it's small print on the back, but the front tells you refer to the back for the rules. One of the things that you signed, okay, is when you signed the contract, you are abiding by those rules. And one of the rules is you don't get to run to court and file a lawsuit against me 4 months later. You have to first give me a chance to investigate. That's her talking, right?
But I talked to her.
There is no more talking by you. You need to listen, all right? One of the things that it says is that you have to file a written claim. That means you file a written claim with them, giving them a chance to show that claim to their insurance carrier so that their insurance carrier can investigate it and decide whether they're going to pay you because you have insurance on this move. Even if you didn't get extra insurance, you still got basic insurance, and the insurance can then go through the claims process, none of which you did. That's one. Two, you end up signing saying everything's fine. You tell me, well, that was under duress because otherwise they weren't going to move my stuff up, but then you tell me they left your stuff out there anyway and that it got rained on even though there's no rain that day, according to the weather reports. Based on what I am listening to, I cannot rule in your favor. I find that you have not proven your case, and I rule in favor of the defense.
All right, hold on.
Hey, this is the way. This is the way. This way. This is your chance to say anything you want about this case at the end here. You don't want to
Fraud company. That's
it.
it. And I wasn't prepared with my witness. Basically, I was sabotaged with this. They shouldn't be able to get away, and I wasn't prepared very well.
With your facts or witnesses or evidence to back up your story, which even you said is kind of bizarre.
Yeah, well, look at that trash. She is bizarre looking.
All right, and that brings us to the other side of the story here. You hear, that's not a very satisfied customer right there.
No, but she's probably the only one. Everybody's always happy with us. The judge did see through her story, and I'm very happy with her ruling. Thank you.
What do you think the judge saw here? Like, why would she bring a case like that?
She's trying to make a fast dollar.
All right, Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, I got to say, when you hire a mover and get a contract, there are all sorts of minefields in that contract. Number one, you can negotiate terms in the deal, so you should read it carefully. And number two, you just got to understand that when the mover leaves, look at all your stuff carefully, inspect your stuff, because when they leave and you sign off, you are in big trouble. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.